good mix. And casting Shia, I've actually started to look for kids, and I had my casting ladies scour the earth for the best 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kid that can play a 16-year-old out there. And we looked from London to Australia to Canada, and Ian Bryce was the first to mention to me Shia LaBeouf, or LaBeouf. I call him Shia LaBeouf. I've said, well, I saw him in Constantine, and I've never seen the movie Holes, but in Constantine he was playing a cab driver. He looked a little old. So the kid came in, and he was kind of skinny and like a little goofy and way overexcited. I'm like, dude, you got to calm down here. You're just auditioning with me at my office. And he goes, wow, I want to be an action guy. I want to be it's just like, wow, I love your movies, and I can't believe I'm meeting you. I'm like, all right, calm down. Let's just do the audition. And instantly liked his energy. In the audition, we had some of our early written pages where the dialogue really needed to be tweaked and made more real. And sometimes it's actually good to read with some clunky dialogue, and you see how actors can fare through. Because a good actor can make any line sound good, and Spielberg will even tell you that. That's the art of acting, in a way. But I started throwing some stuff to Shia, like improvising with him a bit in the audition. My thing is I love finding actors that can improv, because a lot of my filmmaking, we improv as we go, when we have the basis of the scene. I mean, I kind of learned this on working with Martin and Will on Bad Boys. Shia just had this great thing, and I called Steven, and I said I met with Shia, and Steven goes, I love Shia, and so he was all excited about that. And I said, well, I really want to show you this tape. I went downstairs, and because I had auditioned a couple other kids, and I'm like, he just was heads and tails above every other kid that came in. And I asked the girls in the office, my assistants were very blunt. I said, so what do you think of him? I said, just watch the DVD, watch his thing. And they saw it, and they got, oh my God, he's great, he's so funny, he's so charming, he's so funny. So I sent the audition to Steven, and then I called Shia back, and meanwhile I had to make this movie for a price, and I actually do some of my own actor deals, because when I make a movie for a price, I make it for a price, and so I have to play tough guy. And I said, basically, if you want the part, you got 24 hours to decide on, this is what we're going to pay you, yes or no, give me an answer in 24 hours. So sometimes that's the only way to get a deal done. And I must say, it's I'm very proud of the fact that we made this movie for $150, but I'll go into that later. Okay, but Shia, I guess he was my first snag on the cast, and from there it followed to Jon Voight, and then the amazing John Turturro, who I had always wanted to work with. I originally thought of Steve Buscemi, but Steve was busy directing something, because I love working with Steve, and Turturro is someone I've always loved, and me being such a huge Coen brother fan, it's like, well, anyone who can bowl and have a rose in their bowling ball is just, I got to work with that guy. From there, we kind of went on to get our female, and I looked at a lot of females. It was a very hard role to, and Megan Fox is someone we auditioned for a movie I produced for Platinum Dunes, for Amityville Horror, and I remember, and the ladies, my casting ladies, brought her in, and I said I wanted to see her because I really liked her look. And in person, she's very kind of timid and shy. She's from Tennessee, and she had a sweetness about her, and I knew I had to make her tough. And she was very new at acting, but I just liked something about her. There was something that was more exciting to work with an actress who's fresh and not done a lot of movies. And so I had Shia come in and work with her, and we did several auditions with her. And working with Megan, she was so timid at the beginning, just being on this big massive set, and but there was a good kind of chemistry between her and Shia. Shia was able to really lighten her up, and there were times I really had to make her tough, and every actor has a button you got to push once in a while, and you got to figure out what that button is when you're directing them. And her button was, because I couldn't get her to emote tough enough when she was like cutting that little robot in half with a saw, and it just was looking way too girly, way untough, and I'm like, Megan, remember I told you when you got this part you had to be tough, and she told me she would hang out with mechanics or whatever to make to get this movie part. Finally, her button was, I said, Megan, we have so much money on this movie, we will stay here all night long to get this one shot. I don't care if we stay here 15 hours, we're going to shoot it all night long, because you will hate this shot right now. You will look at the monitor, and all of a sudden that would get her angry, it would get her pissed, and that was her button where she was able to really like give me like a mode and whatnot. And so anyway, I just thought she had a good thing with her and Shia was able to really throw a lot of things at her, and her problem was with his improv, she just kept laughing through the takes, so that wasn't good. Many of the times we had to CG her face out when she was laughing. No, I'm kidding, we didn't. Dog was kind of like an idea. I love dogs, and like, you know what, a dog addicted to pain pills with a cast, that's just funny. So I said, you know what, to the writers, I said, let's put a dog named Mojo. And so I auditioned a bunch of Chihuahuas. And this one was, I guess, by far the best one. I mean, then I thought, well, what better than having a Chihuahua that's stoned eating pain pills that hobbles up on his little penthouse of a birdhouse. So you can imagine when I'm telling the art department, I want to build this little silly little dog house, but it's elevated. Well, this gives the movie audience a laugh because that's just funny. Right here, the dad right here, this is my best friend, Robert Offer, who's my lawyer, who I've known since nursery school. He has a problem with his kids. He doesn't let his kids walk on his grass. And I save things up that I learn in life for movies, and I'm like, what neurotic dad doesn't let their kids walk on his own grass? Well, this is Robert Offer right now. And this right here is complete improv, where this is just an example of how we're with Kevin Dunn and Judy White, this amazing mom who just actually won a Tony Award. For Shia, our character Sam, this is an experience where every guy's had this experience where the tough guy comes up and kind of tries to embarrass you in front of his friends. And this moment right here is the moment where I think every guy, first of all, identifies with him, but you like him instantly because he is able to come back with comedy and wit.
Alright, other part coming soon.